Hello, I'm Fran Osseo-Asare, and I'm here in central Pennsylvania at our local international market to share with you some of the ingredients that you may have trouble finding if you're not in a large urban area where you have Caribbean or West African markets. So let's go inside and look. We're heading to the African section of the market. And they have a lot of produce, a lot of things fresh and frozen and dried from Ghana. The classic fufu flour, which is in the cookbook, you'll read about it. It's usually pounded. Palm oil, the classic originally from West African ingredient. This is zomi, which is a spice-infused one. This is plain. We also have dried crayfish, the small dried anchovies. This is Gary, the original convenience food that's Ghana's answer to couscous. It's made from cassava, which is what tapioca is. We call tapioca starch and flour. Here we have some kenke, which is a fermented dried cornmeal. Lots of smoked fish. And then these are melon seeds called agusi or agushi, which are used both this way and ground. We have coconut paste, which is basically peanut butter, but it's got a slightly different flavor because of the way they roast the peanuts in Ghana. Dried fish powder, useful for making the sambal, and it's also full of umami flavor. It's used a lot in cooking, sort of replacing some of the Maggi cubes. We also have many, the beloved Exeter corned beef, which is a staple because there are not a lot of cattle in southern Ghana. You'll see a lot of sardines, mackerel, and fish because they have a lot of fish in Ghana. And then in their freezer here, you'll find lemongrass, which there are recipes using that in the cookbook. These are the cassava leaves, which people usually in the U.S. use spinach for instead. More of the shrimp. These are dried. And then the cassava dough is complicated to make. You can get it frozen. They're out of their banku dough, but they also have that for making banku or kenke, which are great time savers. You can also find here plantains. If you've never bought one of those big green bananas, yes, you have to cook them and look at the cookbook. This is an African yam. It's very different from what we call a yam. Make sure you don't confuse them. It's from a different family, and it's wonderful. Okay, dried hibiscus flowers used in making bisap, iced tea, or other. They're used in soups as well. The things that are not here, but that I want you to know about. Tiger nuts, all of you lactose intolerant people, these are a great food. They can be made into a milk made into a wonderful pudding that's in the book. You should check it out. And here, my very favorite is a time saver. It's peanut powder, which is very cumbersome to make from scratch, but now you can make the wonderful rub. It's the secret ingredient in a rub that they use for their kebabs called chichinga. And also, if you're not used to taro, I hope you'll get the book. I hope you'll try it. Oh, here we are. That's a taro. It's kind of hairy looking. Fry it, boil it, bake it, roast it. And there are lots of other recipes for you who are gluten-free or lactose intolerant, or looking for new flavors and familiar ways, or new ways with familiar foods. Just check out the Ghana Cookbook.